Hey, how's it going? I'm Coach Ryan Fanley from the Fat Loss Solution, and today I'm going to teach you how to make better food choices when you're at the grocery store. Today's tip involves me teaching you how to become an ingredient detective. That's right, we're going to put on the Sherlock Holmes hat, get the little eye spectacle, helps if you have a little sidekick named Watson. But today I'm going to teach you how to evaluate the food you're eating based on the ingredient list, not merely on the front of the label or the marketing claims. So first, before we talk about becoming an ingredient detective, the majority of the time I recommend buying your foods from the perimeter of the grocery store. So 90% of the food you eat should be things like lean meats, nuts and seeds, fruits and vegetables, stuff that you get on the outside of the grocery store. This tip not only helps make sure you make good food choices, it also drastically cuts down your grocery shopping time. However, sometimes you have to venture into the belly of the beast, otherwise known as the aisles. The aisles, you can get some good stuff there, some stuff that'll help you in your fat loss journey, but there's also a bunch of crap in those aisles, okay? I had to venture down the aisles just this last week. I was looking for a good source of post-workout carbs. I was getting kind of tired of white rice, and so I wanted to mix it up a little bit. And I came across these two products. Now, before I go any further, this has nothing to do with the manufacturer here, so I hope the Goya or the Eden people don't come after me, because I'm not specifically talking about their products as much as I'm talking about the ingredients. So these two products I stumbled upon looking for an alternative for carbohydrate sources, and they were pretty much side by side in the grocery aisle. They look similar, so on first glance when we look at these, they both look like they'd be reasonable options, okay? One of the first red flags you can find if you are in a grocery store is that if you see something on the front of the label that has a lot of marketing or keywords, things like diet, low-cal, skinny, that's a big one, they are targeting you. They're basically letting you know that they're hiding the fact that what you're about to eat is pretty much a pile of crap. For the most part, okay? Not always the case, but if they're trying to convince you of something on the front of the box, it tends to mean they're trying to keep you away from looking at what's on the back of the box. So upon first glance of these two, there's no diet this, skinny that, low-cal this. It just tells you what it is. We got some red quinoa and we got some Mexican rice. I don't know if that is Mexican rice. Is that rice that speaks Spanish? I have no idea. Actually, if we look on the one side, the ingredients are in Spanish, so maybe Mexican rice is Spanish-speaking rice. Anyway, I digress. So typically when we look at the ingredient list, this is the tip, this is the take-home for you for today. In general, you want an ingredient list that has 5 ingredients or less, and it should be things that you recognize. All 5 of the ingredients should be something that you recognize. So if we look at this quinoa dish, forget the nutrition facts with the carbs and all that. Let's just look at the ingredients. Ingredient, organic red quinoa. That's it, okay? Quinoa. It doesn't even say ingredients because it's not plural. There's only one. Organic red quinoa. So this is a single ingredient food. So this meets the criteria. I know what quinoa is. It's a grain, a healthy grain, got a lot of protein, some fiber. It's under 5 ingredients, and I know what it is. So this would be a decent addition to my meal plan. Now let's look at this, the Mexican rice. I would try to read the Spanish side, but I'm not fluent in Spanish, so I'm going to switch it over to the English side and read the English ingredients. Even though this looks like a similar product, this has a whopping 52 ingredients on this one. 52. So already, now again, I don't want to speak in absolutes and say that everything that has a big ingredient list is automatically bad for you. But in a lot of cases that is true. What we have here, if you look, in about 5 different places, there's sugar. So there's already a bunch of sugar in your rice, and it's listed as different things. It's listed as sugar, it's listed as evaporated cane juice, honey. Okay, these are all different things to watch out for. Some other stuff you want to look out for, MSG, hydrogenated anything. If it says hydrogenated, you should run the other way. Okay, hydrogenated fats have been demonstrated to turn on your fat storing genes. It's a recipe for disaster. You want to stay as far away from hydrogenated as possible. Chicken powder. This has chicken powder in it. Not exactly sure what that is. Is that an egg or is that a chicken that they just put in a powder grinder? And it's powder. Is it a chicken fart? Is that what chicken powder is? I don't know. But chicken powder's on this list. There's a bunch of silica. Okay, we got silica here. Okay, you know when you buy a pair of shoes, there's little packets in there that say, "Do not eat silica. If your toddler eats this, take them to the emergency room immediately." Well, that's in our product here. So basically, if your ingredient list sounds more like a chemistry exam than a list of foods, it's probably something that's best to be avoided. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that I'm not real familiar with on this label. There's a lot of chemicals, a lot of preservatives, and not a lot of real solid food ingredients. In my opinion, a Mexican rice that would be decent for you would contain rice, peppers, onions, garlic, cumin maybe, I don't know, some other kind of Mexican spice, but that would be it. It wouldn't have 52 ingredients. Now, are all preservatives bad for you? No. Okay, food preservatives help to preserve foods so they can have a longer shelf life. In a lot of cases, it also helps to prevent rotting of the food so that you don't get diseases, so that's a good thing. So this isn't a lash out against preservatives. This isn't a lash out against this brand of Mexican rice. All I'm saying is you're much more likely to be taking in hidden junk food on a 52 ingredient list than a single ingredient list. Think about that next time you hit the grocery store and you're going down the aisles. I'm Coach Ryan Family from The Fat Loss Solution. Hit subscribe below if you like what you hear, and I'll see you next time.